Hi, Capricorns. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my twin flames. Twin flames could be in separation, looking for each other. They could be a twin flame connection that you're in right now. Any guidance about these very special relationships, anything going on in your particular relationship that will help you move forward with that relationship. Let's see what Spirit says today. Welcome to anyone that's new. Welcome back to all of my Capricorns. Thank you always for your likes and your comments. Very, very grateful. Let's see, Spirit, if you could please share with me any messages of guidance. What do you have for us today? I am listening for you now. Crossroads, self-love, positive change, and I have healthy boundaries. Okay. Yeah. I mean, twin flames, sometimes we do hit those crossroads where we're like, we've got to make some changes. We've got to love ourselves first. Sometimes we have to have boundaries. Boundaries is huge with twin flames because the energy is so intense sometimes that we lose sight of ourselves. We are so passionate about that person that sometimes we forget that the choices that we're making are more for them than for us. So we want to be careful with that. We want to always make sure that we're loving ourselves first. It's okay to love someone else, but you always want to love yourself first and what's best for you first. That's healthy. Okay. I have a 7 of Cups, choices. I have a 6 of Cups. And let's get one more of these for now. And I have a Knight of Swords. Okay, so somebody's making a choice. Somebody's making a choice is how I feel. It is this feeling of I feel like I've known you forever. And then I have this feeling of I need to be honest with you. All right. I need to either... I don't know. I mean, maybe it's something totally disconnected from your relationship. It could be something going on in your person's life with their health, their mental health, what they're thinking about, things that they're doing, addictions, drinking, anything like that. Something obsessive, Spirit said, something they're obsessing over. So maybe they're going to need to be really to be healthy. They need to be really honest and open about that. I have a Princess of Pentacles and I have an Ace of Cups. So if we can be truthful with each other, I feel like we kind of spill our feelings. I feel like the truth comes out. They're more honest with what's going on with them. Then you have a better understanding where they're coming from. Then you feel like not only do they feel more secure with you because they were able to share it, but now you feel like that was a big step for them. They were able to express themselves in a way that they weren't ever able to before. I do have the bottom of the deck, the 5 of Pentacles. So it could be some of their own personal struggles. It could be some financial struggles. It could be some health issues. It could be some mental health issues that they're struggling with. Or it could be in their past, it could be they just hadn't shared those things with you. Like, years ago, I had, a situation with my family and it's hard for them to talk about it because it was so painful or hurtful, or something happened to them that was tragic. I almost feel like they let you in for the first time. Maybe we've been waiting for them. You always knew there was something kind of haunting them, or there was always something in the background that you wish that they would just, once and for all tell you. So I do feel like they finally have shared that. And I feel like it's a floodgate, Spirit just said. It's a floodgate of emotion. It opened them up to... Now you're probably the only one who truly knows these things about them. And that's huge for them. That took this relationship to the next level. So, twin flames have a tendency to bring out the best and the worst in people, but it's a very intimate connection typically. And you talk about everything. So I do feel like we're going to have some kind of an emotional, you know, I mean, I don't know how to say it, you know, like something that was welled up, you know, just overflowing, something like that. A getaway, a much needed romantic break from each other. Maybe this happens when we have some alone time. We're alone, we're away from our outside world, whether it's just a night together, no one else is around, it's just us, you know, and we can just kind of, it's very much this feeling of spill my soul. Like I just am just, I don't know, releasing, you know, things that were inside of me that I haven't talked to anybody or haven't talked to anybody about it in years. This is a real connection. Look at how gorgeous that is. This is a real connection. Best friends, great compatibility, twin flames, soul connection. And we're both starting to feel it, Spirit just said. Other loves, other people in the mix. Somebody has been cheating or needing to date around. That could be an insecurity. That could be somebody's from their past, that feeling I had. I haven't ever told anybody about this. Maybe they had relationships with somebody else during a previous relationship and they never expressed that to anybody, but they want you to know everything that there is about them. Maybe it's like a secret that they've been holding in forever and it's just been torturing them and they don't want to keep anything from you, you know, so it could be something like that. Friends first, growing into love. Maybe you started out as friends, you know, but these kinds of relationships, they're your lover, they're your soulmate, they're your twin flame, they're your best friend, they're your partner, you know, they're the person that is always, 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 you know, there for you. So I feel like some kind of, I guess it's secret feelings. Secret feelings are come to the surface, you know, something like that. But the good news is that they feel safe with you. You know, if they weren't safe with you, they wouldn't be kind of spilling their emotions with you. So they feel safe. They can be vulnerable with you. Those are all good things. You already knew. Maybe you already knew. You just needed to hear them say it. Maybe you knew what was making them tick or what was in the back of their mind. And maybe them saying it out loud made you feel much better, but you kind of already knew, you know, it's that kind of feeling. Seeking professional advice. Maybe they need help in an area of their life, you know, maybe they're struggling with anxiety or stress and you say, you know what, it's okay to go see a doctor for stress, you know. Do you think about me too? Are you always thinking about me? You know, that it could be an ace of swords. Are you always thinking of me? I'm always thinking of you. A little bit of fear here with your family won't like me. Okay. Maybe there's a little hesitation here that maybe something from their past, they think that the family won't like you, or maybe they don't have such a clean slate as they would like to have. But your family doesn't, no families get to decide, they don't get a vote in who you're with, but I think your family will love them. If you love them, your family will love them. Listen to your heart. What's your heart saying? It's not your family's decision, right? It's listen to your heart. I feel the same way. Two of Cups. So this is a great connection. It could be a soul connection. It's like we found each other. I love that. I have a maybe, maybe this is moving forward into something more. I don't know. Let's see. They are waiting for you. Maybe they've been searching for you. Maybe they're getting weird advice from bad people, you know, wrongful advice. You know, those are always the people who interfere. The friends that say things like, oh, I'm just doing it because I care about you, you know. Nobody else gets opinions as to who you share your life with. All right. So sometimes people give their 2 cents when when it wasn't asked for, right? I'm imagining you naked. I'm a little bit obsessed over you. And twin flames are obsessed. I have a Waite. This is a planting seeds. Now, it's not a sense of waiting for, nobody should wait for anybody. I get that. You don't have to wait around for anybody. If they don't want to be with you, then they're big people. They can move on. You're going to move on. But sometimes the waiting is for the next level to happen, or give me time to catch up to your feelings, or I do see a future with you, but I'm not ready to make that final commitment today. So sometimes the waiting has nothing to do with like you're waiting to be with that person, but sometimes it's a waiting within the relationship of what we're going to do next, because we're at our own pace, something like that. So keep that in mind. Gossip only hurts you. There's something going on behind the scenes with some kind of secrets that were revealed. Maybe they're afraid they're going to come to the surface through gossip, through bad advice from somebody else, through other friends, something like that. But the spirit just said they are being honest with you. I do feel like you want to listen to their point of view. I want you to listen to their side of the story. Okay. There's something about their side of the story. And I want you to trust, because you know this person more than anything. And I do feel like when you guys talk about these things, I feel this well of emotion and this kind of outpouring of my heart. And I feel like they are genuinely very, very sincere, because they really do love you. I have the waiting could be, I'm afraid of a commitment. Okay. Doesn't mean that they don't want to be with you. It may be, I love our connection. I love being with you. I want to get through some of these other things, but I'm not ready to put a ring on your finger yet. It doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It's like they've got to get over that hurdle, So maybe they were married to somebody else. Maybe they made promises to somebody else and it didn't work out. Maybe they're just afraid of a life-changing decision. They're not ready for that, whatever. But it doesn't matter. As long as you're together. I'm curious about you. So they're constantly wondering. That's in love. Okay. I have temporary. This afraid of commitment, I think, is just temporary. Okay. Maybe you're the one who breaks down the wall. Twin flames do have, out of other relationships, they have a runner. They have somebody that panics. They have somebody that all of a sudden you start getting really close. It's really, really good. And all of a sudden they will just be like, I can't do this anymore. So compared to other relationships, for whatever reason, twin flames have a tendency to have more fear. I should say it that way. Doesn't mean they can't have an amazing relationship, but they do have a tendency to have more fear, because it's so intense and you're so in love with that person and you're just so afraid to lose what you have. So let's keep going. You are a safe place for me. So you want to feel safe with this person. And important thing, are you safe with me today? Do you feel that I love you today? Just for today, 11:11 on the clock when I'm recording this. That's nice. Do you feel safe with me? That's important. The stars have aligned for us to be together. I love that. I will call or text you. Okay, so they want to connect to you. Forgive my mistakes. Yeah, there's something that comes out of the woodwork that, I don't know. Is it going to ruin this relationship? No. Is it going to help us better understand this person and where they're coming from? Probably yes. Okay. We all have our own secrets. I mean, that's all this is. I miss you every day. When I'm not with you, I miss you. I kept something just for you. So they're holding on to things that for you. I don't know. That came into me as text messages or a little something. I don't know. Could be something you gave them. Time to say goodbye. All right. So maybe there's some fear of, is it on its way out? I do see a future with you. So maybe it's getting rid of the fears. Time to say goodbye to the fears if we see a future, right? So I do feel like we are working towards, I don't know, whatever this secret was, I guess we have to get it off our chest. Okay. I don't think it's so hurtful that it's going to break up. I don't. It's not like somebody's going to say they've been cheating on you and you found out, and it's nothing like that. It's more their inner feelings. It's more their, I was afraid if you would judge me. I was afraid if I told you how I really felt, that you wouldn't see me as the strong person that you see me as. You think less than of me, or something like that. It's like their own insecurities holding back. But once they decide that there's no barrier, that there doesn't have to be a barrier, I feel like they just for once allow themselves to express what is truly going on with them. I feel like a whole new world opens up to you guys, a whole new world. Like stop fighting it, like stop fighting this connection. I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. They try to push you away. Then they realize that, they say goodbye. And then they realize that, what, I really do want a future with this person. I've been burdened by guilt and regret. There's that sense of we have to talk. Even though we are apart, our souls are united. Souls can still communicate even when we're not together. Even if you guys are, struggling right now and you're having kind of a silent treatment thing today, it's your souls are still connecting. You know what each other are thinking. I stay up at night thinking of you. I compare everyone I meet to you. The grass wasn't greener on the other side. There could have been some interference in this connection. Maybe that's the secret for some of you. But I feel like it's more connected to emotions than sex. I really do. I feel like it's more what's been going on with me emotionally. I wish I could tell you how I feel. That is it, right there in a nutshell. It's like they've got to step to the plate and tell you how they feel. That is it. They've got to be open and honest and communicate with you. They've got to come, clean on whatever it is that they feel like they have to hold back from you because, you're going to judge them or it's going to change things. It's not going to change things. You love each other. The more you know about each other, the better this connection is going to be. So I think that they're going to step to the plate. I think that they're going to come clean. And I think that they are going to share with you once and for all what it is that they've been holding in. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to open up a floodgate of emotions. I think it's going to make you guys be even closer. And I think that then you can move on. Because something has been held in for so long that you can tell it's there. You can tell it's under the surface and you're just waiting for it to come to the surface and be revealed. So I think this is probably in the near future here going to be expressed. Okay, so let's put this out into the universe. Let's ask Spirit to continue to guide you. These are difficult connections. I know that, but they're intense connections. They are worth it. Spirit wants you to stay in this connection and Spirit will continue to guide you. I want to thank Spirit for this reading today. If you're new to my channel, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please go to my website, KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com.